Welcome back. Glad you decided to stick with me. Hope you're ready for part two here. I just wanted to remind you that derivatives, okay, also f prime of x, also dy of dx, have other names, such as the slope of a tangent line to f of x, like we just did in the last problem. Also, the problem before, we were finding the instantaneous velocity. That's just another name for, well, the derivative, and all these things are the same. Um, a good application of instantaneous velocity is what a radar gun uses in real life. Okay, so the radar gun actually computes derivatives. So I think, or at least so Google told me. All right, so kind of neat. All right, we're going to do one more problem here, and I guess that will be it since no one asked any more questions. I had a couple more I was thinking of doing, but the other ones took a while, so if you want, I'll show you, and then you guys ask about them, and I will record myself doing them if you want. Okay, so this one right here, somebody missed and didn't bother saying anything, so, well, I'm going to be nice and do it. All right, so let's go and start by writing out f prime of, we're substituting -1 in for x. All right, so we're going to do x plus h, okay, instead of doing x plus h, we're doing -1 plus h, and then this x is -1. So we're substituting -1 plus h in place of this x right here, okay? So it would look like this, and I'm going to actually type it out for keeping things neat here. -1 plus h, this is squared, plus 2, okay? And then we are subtracting f of -1. So we're subtracting, we're substituting -1 in. And if you see this thingy right there, that's an exponent, all right? Plus 2. Now, I just made a big mistake there because I didn't keep this chunk. You always want to keep this chunk in a grouping symbol, okay? So you want to evaluate everything here and then subtract, okay? So you have to make sure to keep this chunk in a grouping symbol. All right, I also was sloppy, okay? This is all over h, and then I forgot to put my limit notation. So this is the limit as h approaches 0. If you don't have this part, then you're really not finding the derivative, okay? All right, line 2 here. Let's now simplify everything now that we hopefully substituted x plus h into the function, and then we substituted x, well, which is -1 into the function. All right, so let's simplify this. Okay, the numerator, let's square -1. Okay, so I'm using that shortcut again. First term squared, -1 squared is 1. Multiply the first and the second and double it. So -1 times h is -1h, double it is -2h. All right, and the last term squared is plus h squared. All right, and then we're adding 3, oops, that's still in parentheses there. Then we're adding 2 to that. We're subtracting it by this bracket here. So we're going to do -1 squared, which is 1. Okay, you have to do the exponents first. And then we're adding 2 there. All right, and this is all over h. Okay, don't forget about the h. Ooh, look at that big line. Ooh, that's cool. All right, accident there, actually. So let's scroll down here. All right, simplify the numerator here. Let's do that. Let's distribute the 3. So we have 3 minus 6h plus 3h squared plus 2. What does this become? Minus 5 all over h. And we got to do the limit notation again. Okay, because that's going to happen here at the end. All right, so let's see what happens here. We have 2 plus 3, which is 5, and we subtract 5, so that cancels. Then we have these two terms here, which we can factor out an h from, and if you want to take out a 3 as well, you can, but I'm just going to take out the h because you don't really need to bother taking out the 3. All right, so we would have minus 6 plus 3h left when we divide both those terms by h. We have h on the bottom, okay? These h's will cancel out, and then you have the limit as h approaches 0. Probably shouldn't have picked yellow there, but anyhow, so you still have the limit as h approaches 0 here, and then you have -6 plus 3h. All right, so really what you want to think about doing is then substituting that 0 in. You're evaluating the limit. So you're replacing the h with a 0. So this term goes bye-bye because it's 3 times 0. So the answer is -6. Okay, so f prime of -1 is equal to -6. So we just figured out the derivative. F prime of -1. All right, so that's it. The other two questions I had for you guys planned was this one here, but I didn't see anybody missing it, so I can go over it if you want in another video. Just let me know. And the last problem, okay? But if you go through and do view an example, it shows you kind of all the steps anyways. But if you want me to explain it, I can. Just let me know. You guys got to ask some questions and stop sitting there like bumps on a log, please. All right. Have a great day. I hope you're understanding everything. And, yep, don't be strangers there. God bless. Bye-bye.